I want to post this because Dana Durnford I watched this video. He just posted this yesterday, I think. Today is the 13th. And I'm going to play this. I'm going to play this. Listen to this. Listen to this. Listen to this. Dana Durnford.
Our media, how can we trust them? Because CBC never bothered asking the question of why. They say Canada allows up to 10,000 becquerels of cesium 137 per cubic meter in drinking water. They're right. Trace cesium detectable levels far below limits for safe drinking water because someone jacked our drinking limits and included artificial radionuclides. Do you got any idea what's really happening here? Do you got any idea how dangerous this game they're playing with us right now is? There's no way out of this. They're intending on going down this road where they deceive everybody. And once I see this, I realize they can't hide this anymore. They got it out in public to try to make it normalize it so they can refer to it. And people who don't know any better will go, okay, well, they wouldn't have it on their site unless it was okay. It's an artificial, man-made. Nothing on this planet has ever come in contact with it. That's why we have terrorist laws. That's why we have nuclear waste sites.
Artificial. The age of fission, as I have coined it, the age of fission, is all about an isotope, an atom, a molecule, whatever you want to call it, whatever that shit is. We made it. We made it. People made it. Let's listen some more.
This is unimaginable.
Unimaginable.
And your roller will tell you that there's more natural sources are larger than man-made sources. No, they're not. They're not. See the natural sources over here, natural radionuclides, lead. That's just so we move them the table. And radium is 0.5 becquerel liters. These things are 10 becquerels a liter, 6 becquerels a liter, 5 becquerels. They're many times 7,000 becquerels a liter man-made versus all of them still don't even have a comparison. And so we need to deal with it. That's enough. That's enough of this guy right here. Enough of the Jay Cohens coming out and trying to acclimate everybody and turn everybody against people like myself who are only out there trying to understand.
Move on, nothing to see here.
And try to raise a debate and have a conversation and put our academics to work on it. We produce 4,000 plus.
Okay, so what he's talking about here is the levels of artificially man-made radionuclides in our environment, in our drinking water. Warning, intruder alert, Star Trek, intruder alert. Yeah, right. All right. 7 million becquerels per cubic meter of water of tritium. Tritium, cancer-causing agents. 5,000 becquerels of strontium, cancer-causing agents. Iodine per cubic meter, 6,000 becquerels. This is unheard of. It should be in the 0.05, 0.02, 0.0. This is the new norm. So anyway, I just thought I'd let you hear his voice because I love this guy. This guy is fabulous. He's out there. He's on the water. And yesterday, I came back from my post office. I collected my mail, my female, and there were people sitting in the area. I don't get delivery. I have a post box. I have to go and pick up my mail. You people in big cities still get deliveries, I guess. That's fabulous, fantastic. Okay, where you go? And I was coming out, and there was a table with people trying to tell us this is what you need to focus on, and this is cancer research. Cancer research in Canada. It's this little flower. It looks a little like that red poppy. They keep propagating war with the red poppy. They don't get the guy who wrote the poem that said war is an abomination on all of humanity, and this is an abomination. This is an abomination of all of against humanity. It's an abomination. The cancer research myth, they're never going to find a cure. So they gave, there were a couple of Down's syndrome or what were people afflicted with an ailment, and I gave them $10 and I got the flower for it. And it's not those people, it's what we are basically subjugated to. An industry, a cartel that tells us we have to accept their flower of death. This is the flower of death, people. This is the flower of death. You accept, as Dana goes on, this is the flower of death. And what I want to say is that humanity as an amorphous body, which is part of all of life on this planet. We are part of all of life on this planet. We are not distinct in the sense of being life forms. We are part of life on this planet. And I want to say that as conscious life forms, which is part of everything, we have not exercised the part that actually separates us. Well, I don't know if it separates us, but it certainly gives me the feeling that I can be better than I am, which is conscience. And I just want to say, after this post by Dana Durnford about the levels that are now considered to be absolutely normal of man-made radionuclides, not the normal radiation, the background radiation which comes from the sun or from other elements on our planet for the last 4 billion years. These are new elements. We invented these elements. We are the originators. Nuclear fission is not normal on this planet. The same way fusion, people, is not what we want. Fusion is not what we are interested in on this planet. Fusion belongs on the sun. Fusion is a process that doesn't work on this planet. We have shown this. It doesn't work. It's destroying our planet. So what my comment is, as a follow-up on Dana Durnford's, the levels have been increased. The Canadian government has now allowed the levels of radionuclides, man-made artificial, what they call artificial nuclides, to be increased to such an extent that all of us are going to get cancer over the next 5 years. This is the accepted norm, that you're going to get cancer, you're going to get cut up, they're going to try to cut something out of you because it's cancerous, or they're going to give you chemo or radiology or radio chemo, whatever they do, in order to torture you into your death. And that is the new norm, because in the medieval ages, the Jesuits came in the Counter-Reformation and decided to kick the shit out of people that didn't go along with their program. And we're not going along with the nuclear program, so they're going to kick the shit out of us with torture. We're going to be tortured with chemotherapy. Chemotherapy is the new norm of the Jesuits coming up and torturing the people that countered the Vatican. The Vatican put the Jesuits in place under Loyola, whoever that guy, Francis Loyola. He started the Jesuits, and then you have the doctrine of the faith bunch that was run by Pope Benedict, who made sure that anybody who countered the Vatican would be punished. And now, of course, everything has escalated even beyond the Vatican, because the nuclear industry is much bigger than the Vatican in terms of wealth, in terms of what it is that's at stake, because they're going to tell us that 7 million becquerels per cubic meter of tritium is perfectly all right for you. Yeah, you're going to get cancer, but it's perfectly all right, because we're going to torture you and kill you with our torture. You have maybe a 1 or 10 or 5% chance to survive, but it'll come back. People say, oh, this industry says that if you live for 5 years, you're a success story. But if you die 5 years plus 1 day, you're still a success story, but not to you. So Dana put this up. It's fabulous again. But of course, my gig, my thoughts, my feeling in this is that humanity has a major hurdle to overcome. a major hurdle, which is the fear. Humanity is terrified. Humanity, as I understand it, through the feeling of making my work, my paintings, and being associated with people that I love. I love the people I associate with now. I don't associate with anybody that doesn't understand this. And what I love about the people that I associate with now, that understand what it is we're facing, that have realized in their own experiences that the only valuable thing in our endeavors, what it is that we're trying to do, is to evoke to care, the sense of care in all of us. This is what has afflicted humanity for 6,000 years of recorded history. I don't know what came before, but the chicken shit humanity. They put huge tattoos of tough guys. We're all tough guys. We go shoot depleted uranium guns, and we devastate nations and people, and we devastate them through financial ways, and Greece is being devastated financially. These tough guys, and they ride their Harley Davidsons through my town. These fucking morons coming through town with their Harley Davidson and all their tattoos. They have no courage. They're chicken shit cowards, because the greatest part in us that makes us courageous is to show that we care. And, well, you go and check out Who Cares. Chicken shit humanity. Afraid to care.